welcome again, Todd. Today we're going to be doing a Halloween special. Ooh, special.
Special, yeah. Very special. So, we're going to be reading stories and watching videos and just general scary stuff. You ready?
No, it's too scary.
Is it? Okay. You ready now? Is the scariness gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Okay. So we're going to start off with a story called "Humans Can Lick Too." Do you like the sound of that?
I do. I know what happens as well at the start.
Okay. So this is a scary urban legend called "Humans Can Lick Too." It's about a young girl who was left home alone one night.
It's beautiful. Let me get that. She's beautiful.
It's a beautiful young girl who was left.
I don't know why you didn't read that.
I know. I just thought it was pointless. Who was left home alone one night, but protected by her dog.
Chihuahua.
A chihuahua. The parents told the girl to lock all the windows and doors, but there was one window in the basement that would not close completely. Trying as best as she could, she finally got the window to shut, but it would not lock. So she left the window and went back upstairs. But just to make sure that no one could get in, she put the deadbolt lock on the basement door. Then she sat down and had some dinner, fed her dog, and decided to go to sleep for the night. Settling down, she snuggled up in bed. Her dog slept underneath her bed. She reached her hand down and let her dog lick it as she said goodnight.
She put her what down, sir?
She put her hand down so the dog could lick it to say goodnight.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Put her hand down so the dog can lick it.
Yeah. But during the night, she woke up with a start. I don't know, that's a bit weird. The girl lay there wondering what had woken her, when suddenly she heard a noise. It was a dripping sound and seemed to be coming from the bathroom. She must have left the water running.
How the hell did that wake her up?
Yeah, I don't know. And it was now dripping into the drain of her sink. So, thinking it was no big deal, she decided to go back to sleep. Well, if that happens, you just go and turn the tap off, don't you?
That's wasting. She wakes up and her whole house is flooded and then she drowns.
Yeah. But she felt nervous, so she reached her hand down over the edge of the bed and let the dog lick her for reassurance that he would protect her.
I don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah, again
It's going to be like a human licking her or something.
Again at about 3:45, she woke up hearing dripping. Again she reached down and let the dog lick her hand. Then she fell back to sleep. At 6:52, the girl decided that she had enough. Well, it said she had enough. She got up just in time to see her parents were pulling up to the house. Good, she thought. Now somebody can fix the sink, because I know I didn't leave it running. She walked to the...
even check.
Yeah, she walked to the bathroom. She walked to the bathroom. Right. She walked to the bathroom, and there was the collie dog, skinned and hung up on the curtain rod.
No.
Oh dear. The noise she heard was the blood dripping into a puddle on the floor. The girl screamed and ran back to her bedroom to get a weapon in case someone was still in the house. There on the floor, next to her bed, she saw a small note, written in blood, saying, "Humans can lick too." Yeah, that's it.
I was right. So it was not. I thought it was just some dude licking her.
Yeah, scary stuff. So, I think we're going to rate the stories that we hear.
Yeah, you go first.
Well, it's clever, but it's very predictable. So I would give it about a 6 on the scariness meter. What would you give it? What would you give it?
Well, the story was great. It was not predictable one bit. The graphics, I mean, whew, 10 out of 10. I'm not looking at you guys, so. Hey guys.
So 10 out of 10 on the scariness meter.
100. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, okay. So that gives an overall score of 16 out of 20. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to watch a video. So this is the scary Japanese tyre commercial video. You ready?
Yeah, tell me down, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Click play.
Yeah. I think I've seen this.
Yeah, most people have.
Insane. Ooh, what's that?
Oh no.
That was scary.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, is it finished on your end?
Yeah.
Right, so what would you rate that video out of scariness?
It was not scary.
So what, I can't hear you.
Wasn't that scary?
No, it wasn't. I'm going to give it a 2 on the scariest meter.
Well, you in the balls.
What rating are you going to give it?
0.
So 2 out of 20.
Yeah.
Great. So now we're going to read another story.
By we, I mean Ben, because I tried and couldn't be asked.
Yeah, so this is called The Killer in the Backseat. One night, a woman went out for drinks with her girlfriends. She left the bar fairly late at night, got in her car and onto the deserted highway. After a few miles, she noticed she was low on gas and pulled into a gas station. She was frightened by the odd behaviour of the attendant, who kept trying to get her to leave the car and join him in his office. She refused and drove off as fast as she could. As she drove, she noticed a lone pair of headlights in her rearview mirror. Approaching fast, as the car pulled up behind her, dangerously close to her tailgate, and brights flashed. Whatever that. Right.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to say bright lights flash. That's why I said bright lights.
This is very badly written. Right.
It is.
Now she was getting nervous. The car behind her kept flashing the lights off and on, and the driver seemed to be shouting and making signs with his hands. Through every stoplight and turn, it followed her until she reached home and pulled into her driveway. Terrified, she made a mad dash to her house and called the police. As she ran from the car, so did the driver of the car behind her, and he screamed, "Lock the door and call the police. Call 911. When the police arrived, the horrible truth was finally revealed to the woman. The man in the car had been trying to save her. As she pulled up behind her, his headlights illuminated her car. He saw the silhouette of a man with an axe rising up from the back seat behind her.
What? Wait, what?
So basically, the man following her was trying to warn her because he saw a person in her back seat with an axe.
That's the shittiest story I've ever heard in my whole life.
Well, let's rate it. Now, it's a classic. I've read that before, and yeah, it's quite good because you presume that the person following her is like trying to hurt her or something. But it is a bit shit, like you say. So I'll give it a 7 on the scary meter.
You give it... Well, it was very shit. I thought it was very shit. The first story was brilliant. So I'm going to give it... I'm sorry about this, Ben, but you're not going to like this. You give it 10 out of 10 because of the graphics.
Okay, so that's 17 out of 20 on the scary meter. So now we're going to watch another video.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is called Very Scary Car Driving. You ready?
Yep.
Let's watch it then. Press play.
Strange but interesting, this is a car advertisement from Great Britain. When they finished filming it, they editor noticed something move along.
I don't know, just forget about the readings. Just watch the video.
This is fucking bullshit.
It doesn't matter if the writing's bullshit, let's just watch the video.
I think around 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Whoa! What? Crazy!
Crazy zombie. Missed it double time. It's like that would be the music to go with, wouldn't it?
Ah!
Slow-mo. Like, we really want to see that, don't we?
It's just gonna slowly pop up.
Like, hey there, how are you doing?
Hey there.
Hey there, neighbour.
Oh! Scary!
Okay, so let's rate the video. Now,
Oh! Wait, no, there's more! What's more than 4?
right, I'm not watching that. I'm going to rate it. So, forgetting all of the fast and slow motion, the video, when I first saw it, which was a few years ago, it made me jump. Now it doesn't really, but it was good when it first came out, and I've seen it scare lots of people. So I'm going to give it an 8 because it's quite unexpected. What do you give it?
Well, it changed my life, you know.
What? Change your life?
Yeah, man. I love going things different now. Look, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So it's got 18 out of 20. So now we're going to read another story. It's called Harold. It's a pretty shit name, to be honest. But let's begin the story. There was an old farmer in Arizona who owned the best farm in the area. Everybody said his crops were the best, and people came from all over to buy their goods from him. Whenever people asked him how he was able to grow such good quality crops, the old farmer would say it was all down to his scarecrow. That old scarecrow is the one I have to thank, said the farmer. He makes sure no crows or critters or pests come near my crops. The old farmer had built the scarecrow himself, and it was a fearsome sight. He spent months working on it to make it as scary as possible. He thought how important it was to keep away pests from his crops. So he gave it enormous straw arms that stretched out about 6 feet and big long legs to make it as tall as a tree. But the scariest thing about this scarecrow was its head. The farmer carved it himself out of a huge pumpkin. He spent countless days and nights perfecting its design until it was perfect.
Wait, are we talking about Kieran Crutland here?
No, the scarecrow. The scarecrow's face and head were so grotesque and ugly that even he was sometimes scared to look at it. But it was very effective, scaring away every rodent and bird that ventured near. The neighbouring farm was owned by 2 young men who were brothers named Josh and Harold. They were lazy. Yeah, they were lazy and never did much work around the farm, which resulted in their crops being bad. They were just jealous of the old farmer's success, and were plotting against him. If they could drive him out of business, they could take over his farm and make more money. So one night the brothers decided to sneak onto the old farmer's land. They stole his prized scarecrow and brought it back to their own house, where they stuffed it into an old closet so no one would ever find it. The next day, the farmer woke up to find his hideous scarecrow missing, while all his crops had been eaten. He fell to his knees and cried, knowing that his farm would soon be out of business.
Such a pussy.
Meanwhile, the brothers Josh and Harold were watching from their own property and couldn't help laughing out loud when they saw the old man's tears of grief.
Couldn't help giggling.
That's a bit mean. Hearing the laughter, the old man came over and asked them if they knew what happened to his scarecrow. The brothers looked him right in the eye and said they had no idea where his precious scarecrow might be. But you know I'll go out of business and have to sell my farm if I can't find my scarecrow, said the farmer. Josh just laughed at his face, saying, "That's your tough luck, isn't it?" "Sucks to be you," giggled Harold. The old farmer walked slowly back into his house, his head hanging down in defeat and depression. That night, Josh and Harold had trouble sleeping. Not because they felt any remorse, but because they couldn't get the image of the scarecrow's horrible twisted face out of their minds. They decided they would never be able to sleep as long as the ugly pumpkin head was in their house. So they got up and dragged the scarecrow out of the closet. Harold took a baseball bat and smashed the scarecrow's head to pieces, until all that was left was little bits of pumpkin strewn around the floor. The brothers swept up the pumpkin head pieces and threw them in the trash. Then they went back to bed and were soon fast asleep, having put all thoughts of the disgusting scarecrow face out of their heads. Sometime after midnight, Josh and Harold were awoken by sounds of scratching and clawing at their bedroom door. Did you forget to put... Did you forget to put that dog out? Asked Harold, sleepily.
You don't have a dog.
We don't have a dog, stammered Josh. Yeah, that was right. Suddenly, the bedroom door burst open, and a solitary long straw arm snaked in through the opening. Then the second arm thrashed around, followed by 2 long stick legs. The 2 brothers were frozen in fear, and could only look with horror as the headless scarecrow's body rose up on its long stick legs, and its long arms reached out for them in the darkness. Harold felt a cold straw claw close to his ankle and screamed out loud as loud as he could. He begged his brother Josh to help him, but Josh was already running out the bedroom. Fleeing in terror, he ran down the hallway, crashed through the front door and out onto the moonlit road. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him, puffing and panting and screaming at the top of his voice. As he passed his neighbour's house, he saw the old farmer standing at his gate in the moonlight. He could see the farmer just staring at him with a strange smile on his face. Josh kept running, his bare feet slapping against the rough gravel road. He glanced back over his shoulder and saw something that scared him to his very soul. He saw the scarecrow running along the road, close behind him. It was gaining on him, coming closer and closer. And that wasn't all he saw. He noted the scarecrow had a brand new head. It looked like a lot like Harold. The end.
That was so scary.
Yeah, so scary. So I would give that story, well, it's alright, but not that good. So I'll give it about a 4 on the scary meter. And, Joe, what would you give it?
I quite like that one, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 on the chicken KFC meter.
Okay, so that's got a 14 out of 20 on the scary meter. Okay, so for the last bit of this Halloween special, we're going to be watching a video. This is the ending to Sinister, which was a very scary movie that came out, I think it was last year or something. So you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's watch it.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so...
Alright, don't ruin it.
Very scary.
You gotta focus on the box of film reels.
Why?
Just do it.
No.
No, because I remember this from the film. Just look at it.
No. No.
Yeah.
Very depressing.
Well, because I've seen it before, it's not that scary to me. I thought it would be for you, because you haven't seen it. But,
Little face. No.
yeah. But no, you should watch that film. It is a very good film. But, well, I'm going to give it 2 ratings, 1 for the film and 1 for the ending, and then you could give it 1, which is just the ending. Well, the film I thought was very good, so I'm going to give it an 8 on the scary meter. And then for the ending, it's alright, I'll give it a 6. And what are you going to give?
Well, that film I haven't seen the film, so I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Right.
And for the scary meter, I'm going to give it a 1.
A 1?
A 1.
Okay. So that's 7 out of 20 on the scary meter for the ending, and 18 out of 20 for the whole film. Okay, so that's the end of this Halloween special thing. Yeah, so the next special we'll be doing will be Christmas, won't it?
Yay! Christmas!
That'll be fun. Okay, so goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Don't come back.
No, do come back.
Don't do it.
I'll kill your dog.